Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Old Games. Today we are starting a new series, Rome Total War, and we are starting a campaign here. And this is the game that you voted for, and we are starting with very hard difficulties. And we want to manage all settlements, and it seems we have only 3 options to play. And I think we are going to start with Julii, mostly because Julius Caesar and Augustus. And I think we are going to have a long campaign here. And without further ado, let's start.
Yes, Rome needs a strong frontier. No, Rome doesn't need unwashed barbarians at her gates. So, that's why I'm here, the leader of the Julii, to bring Roman order to stinking Gauls. Revenge? That'd be good too. This war against the Gauls won't last long. And when it's done, I've got plans. This is all about power. Power in Rome. Going down that road means dealing with all my rivals. The Senate, the Greeks, those Carthaginian elephant riders, the Scipii and the Brutii families too. After all, the man who controls Rome rules the world. And one day, I will be emperor.
Okay, it seems that we want to be an emperor. And at the beginning we have received our first mission, taking Segesta, or how do you pronounce it? And we will be greatly rewarded. I think that will be some 5,000 gold pieces. So the intro cinematic implied that we should attack the Gauls first, but since France, or the area of modern France, and Germany and Spain are such poor areas in this game compared to Greek and Macedon, we will head east first. So that will be our strategy. We will conquer this Segesta, and after that we will move to this area and try to conquer the major cities in Greece. After that we will push to Macedon and towards the Black Sea to get the lucrative coastal cities that are here. Also Rhodes and the area here, I don't remember this name. Only after these areas are secured, we will push forward in force against Gauls. But I think this conquest will give us enough money to raise an army to conquer Batavium and Mediolanum, that's somewhere here. A good thing in this strategy is also that it will block the Brutii from gaining too strong a foothold in here, because in the end game it will provide them too much resources. So, let's see. I think construction will be very beneficial. And since we are going to draw most of our troops, I think a shrine to Jupiter will be the way to go here. And here we will need the port. Let's raise some taxes, our public order can handle it. And I think we can send our spy Decius Curtius to Greek. He can visit the Gaul diplomat first. And then continue forwards or onwards. And we will combine our forces here to minimize the casualties, and we don't want to wait for the enemy to surrender because we need to be hasty in order to beat the Brutia in Greek.
The auspices have been taken, and await my order.
I think the Hastati will be our main force. Oh, I have lastly played. Okay, it seems these don't work well now. So I have lastly played Warhammer 2 Total War. So the controls are a bit different in there. Triarii shall be our reserve, and the generals are absolute beasts in this campaign, unless they are riding against the phalanx head on. We can speed up the things a bit. It seems the barbarians are enjoying their stay in the village. In order to get our archers to shoot, we need to march quite a bit more forward. And the idea here is that the archers will lure the enemies to attack us, and then the Hastati throwing pili will do the most damage. Especially we want to have that warband to attack us. The enemies are starting to drop, as well as our own troops. And let's put these in guard mode so they won't chase the fleeing rebels. And I guess they can start to chase now, because I don't want many of those. Okay, it seems that didn't work out as planned. So, oh, our general would have chased them all by himself. So, the enemy cannot go to panic in the center square. That's why we want to have them panicking here and chase after them when they break.
The gods who fill the heart of the enemy general with fear
now is the time to push to the center and let the fight proceed to bitter end. And let's just bring the general here to make sure that none of our units will go into panic. Or that none of our units will panic. And I think this will be quite straightforward fight, so we can speed things up. And the village is ours. We took some minor casualties, but they are acceptable. I think, as I'm trying to go through this campaign pretty fast, we will exterminate most populace, but since I have decent amount of money, and here the town growing will be beneficial, so I will spare them. And next turn our troops can continue forward. And here I think I will make some extra troops for our journey to Greece. And since we are not planning to attacking the Gauls right away, we can easily agree to that trade agreement. Let's improve the roads a bit, because they will increase trade, which will in turn increase money. And then we need to improve that village a bit. And it's time to head towards the Wilby port. Maybe a couple of more units of downwards will be beneficial, as we want to retrain that hastati. There is no automatic replenishment here in this game. And we have a port here, and once again a shrine to Jupiter will be the way to go.
Sir! March! March! No more moves, sir! Sir!
And we need to build a defensive force here. And here we will need to have a trireme or bireme to go over the sea. Segestica, I think it's quite wealthy town, containing very decent mines, but we need to race towards Greece. And since here is a bit unhappiness, I think we will construct an improved temple. And we can increase taxes here. It seems at the moment we are making money more than losing it, which is always nice. Okay, the Brutii have conquered the first town. Let's see if there is a small town, we will conquer it along the way, or we will at least... Okay, Salona. We will leave a conquering army there, while the rest of the force pushes towards Greece. And I think we are doing rather well at the moment. And it's a pretty decent commander, so we will want to marry Phaedia to Publius Licinianus, and he can go to govern Segesta. And in Arretium, I think we will improve the trade capabilities by building a trade post. And it seems we are starting to lose money soon. And the Gauls have sent a troop here as well. Actually, the movement here is so little that I think we will conquer this with the whole army. And the garrison here is rather decent. But I think these same tactics that I used in last battle will work here as well. So let's put the Hastati to the front. Supported by the skirmishers and archers, while the cavalry can stay in the back, except if they can attack those Cilician pirates, break and destroy them. That will be great. So the general seems to be leading the charge. Let's just hope that he doesn't get himself killed. That phalanx or hoplite contingent will be a difficult one in a city battle. Okay, the pirates have been defeated, and we will just run down the whole unit of them. There. And it seems they are kind of fortifying themselves in the town square. Which means that we can easily move inside the city, but we will have some difficulties in getting the enemies out. And I think we will send these as a flanking force. The general column can go there. And this one can go with the flanking force, and we will take the triary here as a reserve. Okay, the enemy is moving out. Hopefully we will have enough time. I think the archers can begin to shoot. Okay, are they willing to engage in melee? Apparently not, but they will take heavy casualties as the pili will fly. And the flanking force can move forward. And now the question is what those hoplites will do. Because I cannot really engage them in a narrow street like that. They will just butcher my troops, especially as I need to conserve my strength against the real foe here. But those pili will do decent damage. And I think the flanking force can go to engage, and soon we can flank the hoplites as well. They are routing. Excellent. General is down. And the bowmen are starting to shoot our own troops if they will continue, so it's only a mopping up operation now. And let's pull this general out of danger. He did what was intended by taking care of most of those Illyrian mercenaries. And we can speed up things a bit as the victory is ours. Okay, some casualties. And no need to exterminate this settlement because of such a small gain. I think the Shrine of Athena will upgrade to Temple of Jupiter once we get that far. And let's combine the troops here. And this unit of Hastati will be responsible for defending this area. Unless we want to hire these mercenaries, but our financial situation isn't that good that we could afford that. And let's actually make wall here. And then we will pass this Thermopylae, what is Thermon, and go directly to, is this Peloponnesian Peninsula or Athens, because then we won't have a war against the Greeks or Macedon, but we will establish a strong base of operations as Athens starts as a rebel city. Okay, it seems the Gauls have broken the truce or peace. Oh, are we the strongest faction? And the question is, how much money? 300. Except some of it will go to corruption. I think the mines are a worthy investment, nonetheless.
Set sail! Set sail! No more move, sir! Aye, aye, Captain!
And let's see what kind of army here is. Some warbands, some cavalry. And some skirmishers. I think we can beat them rather easily. By the way, the other game that got votes was Empire at War.
These Gauls do not need your
I think we are going to take it at some point. So, actually, as there is the village, I think reinforcements will come from there. And with this difficulty, I don't want to charge head on with only these troops, even though I think I would be able to win.
This is hopeful news indeed.
Oh. Is it so that I don't control these? Okay. That's sad. Because most likely the computer will get my general killed. Which means that I need to go to offensive quickly to prevent that from happening. I think the strategy will be to move close enough with the hastati so that they can throw the spears or pilai, all of them, against the warbands and then engage the warband. While this general, what's his name? Does it show? Lucius Julius will go around and engage their general unit or the skirmishers, depending on the situation. And as the battle progresses, we will get the reinforcements as they arrive. It won't take that long. And it seems the enemy formation is to have the infantry in front, skirmishers behind, and the cavalry in the rear. But we are closing the enemy, so I want to put my hastati into formation before moving further. It will also give a bit of time for the supporting troops to catch up. Here there's a bit of a balance. I don't want those enemy skirmishers to shoot me much, but I want these hastati to shoot these warbands first before engaging in melee. Because in straight up melee we will lose with these three against those two. Let's wait a bit for the reinforcements to come here. A couple of more moments. And then it's time to put... How far will they shoot? Not far. So, let's put the troop here. And they can run the rest of the way. Okay, the skirmishers are coming to the front. Where is the enemy general? There, so we will flank from the right. Hopefully this move will cause some nervousness. It does. So are they fleeing? Not likely. Okay. So these will attack there. This will hold that in place. While the cavalry or general will engage their general. Okay, the spearmen are coming after us, so we need to flee a bit. And actually, there is also a possibility that I think once these break, we will start their backs here. They are breaking, and then with the help of these Hastati, we will hopefully take care of the barbarian general. And our reinforcements are delaying a bit too much. So where is our general? If we lose him, we will most likely lose the battle. Where is he? Okay, the enemy general is slain, and it's only a mopping up operation now. So we need to take care of as many of the enemies as possible, at least these war bands. Okay, it's a rather clean victory. Situation looked a bit dire when the enemy troop or the enemy general was fighting against our general. We were taking quite heavy casualties there, but eventually we prevailed, and that's what matters. And we have a new general. I think we will get him to Greece soon. Okay, another enemy army. Meaning that we need to recruit some more Hastati. By the way, are the walls here intact? They seem to be. This is of a similar size, so shouldn't cause too much troubles. And I think we will strive to have diplomatic relations with Macedon first. And let's see how far we can sail here. And we have found Athens. And next turn we can begin siege. And we can have some mercenaries here as well. Mercenary hoplites are quite okay units. Okay, we are under attack once again. And now we have mines at Salona. And I think it's time to begin the siege. Hopefully it was lucky that we got before this Macedonian general. So let's recruit the mercenaries. And actually we got a mercenary captain, which is excellent, giving us some additional command. And I think we can afford to wait a couple of turns to build siege equipment. Of course, there are only mercenary, all these militia hoplites, so I think we will attack next turn, which affects our siege equipment. So that, I think, this will be good. Yeah. And then we need to take care of the Gauls there. And let's see if Macedonians want to have trade agreement. And let's see about map information. And is there... I guess there is not a non-aggression pact, but we don't want to have alliance because breaking it will cause pretty much negative consequences for us. And Corinth will be one of our first targets after Sparta, as Brutii are attacking Thermon. So we are going to first take Athens, then Sparta and Corinth. After that we'll push north or northeast towards the Black Sea. And here I think some reinforcements are in order. So I guess I will be in command now. And no skirmishers this time. We just need to be careful so that our troops will survive long enough for us to combine forces with the reinforcements. And the city is there, so I think this will be the right place to wait the reinforcements.
The reinforcements are here. Send them to fight. Dishearten the enemy.
And still I'm not controlling them. Interesting. Since the enemy is not pursuing us, I think we can play this. We will try to coordinate it with the computer general. Unfortunately, it is more than likely that he will suicide himself against these spearmen. Our tactics here is to flank the enemy with our cavalry once again, while hopefully the hastati of the allies and our own will tie up the warbands. And the idea is that we can win the battle or break them before they cause too much damage. Okay, as they are breaking formation, it will open some opportunities for us. Okay, they are attacking, which means that we will flank them as they engage, and hopefully we will break them. Excellent. We need to attack the next enemy troop. Oh, they are fighting to death. Interesting. Okay. That was an important victory for us there. And we can order our other troops forward. And our cavalry can go there to begin the flanking maneuver. And now here goes our brave allied general. Hopefully he will survive. Actually, okay. Actually both of these spearmen units are breaking. We just need to help this hastati not to break soon enough so that they won't break. And I think we can have this barbarian general here. Excellent. And the battle should be ours. Only these are fighting to death. And to death they will fight. And the battle is ours, but we don't want any stinking Gauls in our soil. So we need to run down as many of them as possible. Which wasn't that many. But clear victory is a clear victory. And with minimal casualties, that's excellent. And I guess it's a turn then. And actually we will just ignore the mission we got from the Senate to capture this city until we get stronger force. And we will also ignore these brigands because we simply don't have the strength to take them on. And some additional mercenaries. And what are we facing? 1 unit of peltasts and then 3 units of militia hoplites. I think I don't dare to auto-resolve this at this stage of the game at this difficulty. So that will mean a siege battle. Manually played. I'm a bit concerned about the battering ram. Will it burn before reaching the gates? Fortunately, this tower cannot shoot here, and that's quite far off. So I think we will be okay. The funny thing in this game is that the towers don't need to be manned. They will shoot until captured. Okay, and it's time to attack. By the way, some of these musics are absolutely great. Dating, what, 17, 18 years back. Okay, is it so that only one stack can attack that way? Okay, so it seems our siege equipment is burning and these are drawing the fire, so loose formation is in order. Okay, there are peltasts manning the walls here and militia hoplites guarding the gates. So we will take some casualties entering. Let's bring our own missile troops there. These are taking quite a beating here.
Our soldiers have reached the walls with ladders. The bravest will soon be over the defenses.
So the ladders are on the wall. And the fighting will soon start in the earnest. And let's capture the gateway. Okay, apparently they brought the Peltasts to defend. Tower is shooting us. And these are twerping around here. Maybe the auto-resolve would have been better option. Just drop the equipment and run here. No use for getting all of them killed. And what about these? Okay. We can run in and these can capture this tower here. Rather quickly, hopefully. And that tower is ours as well. And next we need to get to the city square. And this is the road to take. So since mercenaries are expensive to maintain, we will use them as the vanguard unit. And there is some bug here that the cavalry doesn't chase the units properly, so we need to kind of put them farther on, and then when they are amidst the enemy, then attack those. Well, there are some glitches when the game is about a bit less than 20 years old. We need to take care of these here, because if they get there, they won't break anymore, and we will need to kill every one of them, so the situation will be much more difficult then than in this way. We still have plenty of time. And let's actually put these to firing positions. And these don't necessarily need to fire at first, because I want to put my forces into readiness before engaging the enemy. Hopefully they will get their phalanx in place in time, and actually I think these can start to shoot as soon as possible. So, which one is beating or winning the battle? Seems the enemy is having the upper hand at the moment. Which is interesting, because we should have superior quality troops here. No, I don't want you to engage in melee just yet. I want you to use the pila. And now we are doing some damage. And the general most especially don't want to go to engage the hoplites there. And of course it goes. Well, hopefully it will at least distort the enemy formations. I think we have this battle.
slain, and now he's...
Okay, good. The enemy put up a good fight, but most of our casualties were because of the AI. And in Athens we will exterminate the populace because we need to train more troops. And we will build militia barracks here first, so that we will get the new troops eventually. And here I don't think maybe a trader here will be beneficial. Will give us some more money. And here, what would the land clearance give us? Some maybe 60 gold pieces minus the corruption. About 60. It will take 10 turns to pay back. I don't think so. We won't take it. So, and about our next target. So I think it will be Sparta. Of course it depends on the amount, how many enemy units there are. Let's see if Thracia wants to trade with us. And what about some map information? Excellent. I think we can go to visit the Scythians. And it seems the Macedonian army is blocking us, which in turn means that we will stay in Athens for now. Let's hire some additional mercenaries here. Okay. Sounds a bit desperate. And they will attack soon nonetheless, I think. Okay, now the route to Corinth is open. And I think we will just push there. There are... oh, that's pretty decent garrison. So maybe it will be Athens then. Except I managed to block my army. Oh, Sparta. Okay. So, that didn't go according to plan. And Macedon attacked us with a decent sized army, so Corinth will be our next target. Hopefully we will win this. I think we will take care of first the reinforcing enemy army that attacks from behind, and then we will concentrate on the other army. Here we have a downhill battle, and we will need every advantage we can have against those Spartan and armored hoplites. And our best advantage are the shooters. I think I will need to commit the denarii. And then... actually, I think they can hold our rear until these Hastati have thrown their pillar.
The enemy have brought up reinforcements in a pathetic attempt to save themselves.
actually I think we can take them a bit closer to the rest of the army. I think this is kind of a turning point in the battle. If we manage to beat these enemies, Macedon will be defeated. But then these skirmishers cannot shoot anymore. No, don't flee. Ah!
General flees! Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too! The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear and now they flee!
Okay, and we can position ourselves against the more difficult enemy, which is larger than I expected. Are the... what units they are? Light lancers, militia hoplites. What else? Some more light lancers. Fortunately only light cavalry. And our troops are beginning to be in position. I'm just worried if they're... oh, I guess, yeah. Those Spartan hoplites and armored hoplites are in Theomon. I confused those. So I think we have good chances here, as the balance of power also indicates. And these denarii are in a key role, as well as the heavy cavalry, because we need to take care of those light lancers. They cannot be allowed to flank us or circle us. They have 5 units of cavalry against light cavalry against 1 unit of our heavy cavalry. I think the general could be able to take care of 2 of those units, but I guess the denarii will need to hold this flank. Unfortunately, we have these peltasts here. I think they are quite sturdy. But those militia hoplites charging downhill are problematic. Okay, the general can take care of those. Let's see if we can break these before. They are wavering already. Yes, they are broken. Excellent. And then we need to secure this flank. And then we need to start flanking those hoplites. Okay, they are breaking as well. And the enemy general is fleeing. Excellent. And now we can flank the militia hoplites here and attack the archers. Let's see if the light lancers can be taken care of. And one should never do this kind of thing, but I think I will charge. Okay, the phalanx are breaking, or the phalangi, and it's mostly mopping up. One Hastati unit took quite a beating, but now we need to take care of the Macedonian army so that we can easily capture the Greece without them interfering.
Enemies show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
And let's take down the last one as well. And maybe these 3 archers, if they don't run fast enough. And this was a good victory. This was very good victory and important one. Okay, we won a fleet battle as well. And Athens has militia barracks, so we can start to train Hastati there. And Corinth has only minor units. Let's build port there to increase income. And let's see if the Scythi want to trade us, and actually if they want to ally with us, that would be great, because at some point we will attack the Thracia as well. So let's head there. And it seems we are doing just fine here. We don't need the barracks there, so no need to build them. Maybe Syros, or are they just taking? Maybe the high base there, and no Syros required. And we just need to hire every mercenary band here as possible. Okay, 2 stacks of armored hoplites. That's going to be problematic. But I have faith in the legionaries, or rather the Hastati there. Okay, we have a new general here. Excellent. He can reinforce the main army here. And let's make a save. I just want to test if the auto battle can resolve this battle well enough. It should be able. That's okay. And we get some money, a wonder. And we can retrain at least some troops. And we will soon be able to enter Sparta. Actually, I think these will go to Athens to be retrained. And we will disband these to get more population to retrain those hastati. And I think yeah, that's good. And now we can start to build an army here as well to take the battle to Gauls. And I think this will be soon come under attack from Macedon, but let's hope it will hold. I think we may try to bring some reinforcements from Armenium to Salona, but let's see. That's a big army. That's really a big Gaul army. We need to, no, we don't want trade rights because we are going to attack you. And here is the general out. Athens is starting to make money rather nicely. Let's see about Corinth. I think paved roads will be beneficial here.
Aye, Captain. Yes, Captain. Our move, sir.
And Sparta has decent amount of hoplites, but we need to strike nonetheless.
Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under siege, sir. Imperator, General.
Let's see how we will hold. And here we need to bring the whole army. And hire any mercenaries we can. We cannot hire any. The good thing is that this will hold several turns and we will get a hastati per turn, as well as we will take this additional general to fight as well. So I think we will be able to hold. But that's everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. That will help a great deal. And you can also post a comment or comment suggestions about how I should play this game, or some strategies I should pursue, or some tactical tips if you like. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.